Hello, my name's John Wadsworth, I'm an astrologer. Today is Tuesday the 10th of August 2010. We have a new moon in Leo. As of this morning, Sun and Moon made their conjunction in Leo to begin a new monthly cycle. And they are overseeing, the Sun and Moon this month are overseeing this extraordinary cross, this cardinal cross that I've been talking a lot about in previous films. 2 weeks ago I posted a video that a lot of you may have seen it was posted around the full moon time, and it was really looking at two charts, the 30th of July and the 7th of August, as key portals, key windows of opportunity and potential crisis. I think crisis and opportunity often go together. And that's certainly been borne out in the responses I've had from that film. I've had an incredible number of responses from that film. And so many people I speak to in a state of crisis, not knowing what the hell is going on, wondering what to do in their relationships, people just wanting to leave their relationship suddenly, or wanting to go in a completely different direction, leave their job, move on, move to the place where they really want to be. There's a sense of urgency. I think that's one of the key things. And we can really sense that in the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in Aries, this sense of urgency, this sense of having to make a change and being kind of driven almost obsessively to want to make a change. And then with Saturn in opposition in Libra, you know, putting up all the restraint and the consequences of that, you know, what will be the consequences of me doing that? And so people, I've spoken to a lot of people who've been caught between this incredibly powerful urge to leap into a new venture or a new activity, something which is really from their heart, something they're really passionate about in that very Aries kind of way. And then all those kind of material considerations of, like, is this a good idea? Is this really, you know, balanced thinking? Is this really what, you know, is this what the bank manager thinks I should be doing? You know, is this going to be good for my health? And the body, our bodies maybe reacting against that leap that we want to take into the dark as well. But really it's not a leap into the dark, it's a leap of faith. And that leap of faith, I think, is something which is marking this time. With Pluto on the angle of that T-square as well, you know, this is all about transformation. It's all about having to face our demons, face our shadows, face our deepest fears. I want to just look at two other charts with you today, because I've been thinking a lot about this as a millennial marker. What I mean by that is a marker of this time, this transition time that we are in. Because there's a definite correlation between today's chart on this new moon and the chart of the solar eclipse in 1999. Let me just show you those two charts now. So, here's the chart for today. This is the 10th of August, new moon. Here's the Sun and Moon in conjunction on the new moon. Here's our familiar T-square on the cardinal cross, totally dominating the chart. No other significant aspects at all. Jupiter and Uranus in Aries, Pluto in Capricorn, Saturn, Venus and Mars in Libra. Sun and Moon unaspected, and yet witnessing the whole pattern. This is really important, I think, that somehow important things seem to happen in the sign of Leo. As I'm going to show you now, when we look back to the solar eclipse chart of 99. Here's the solar eclipse chart of 99. Look at the Sun and Moon here again. In Leo, on the solar eclipse, North Node there, showing us that it's a solar eclipse. Here's the Grand Cross of 99 on the fixed cross. This is the fixed cross, the famous fixed cross of August 1999. The Sun and the Moon are at the same degree that they are today. 17, 18 degrees, within a degree of the same conjunction that they were making then. For me, that immediately links this millennial portal with today's millennial portal, and today being symbolising this whole period of time over the summer while the cardinal cross is in effect. Let me take you forward a few months. This is the chart for the winter solstice sunrise 2010. This year's winter solstice sunrise. What's unique about it is that it happens on a lunar eclipse. Now, the whole point about the winter solstice sunrise, according to the Mayans, and this is borne out by the astronomy, of course, is that the sun, the winter solstice sun, is at the galactic centre. It's at that exact point on the centre of the galaxy, recognised as the centre of the galaxy by modern astronomers, known also to be the centre of the galaxy by the ancient Mayan people. 21st of December 2012 is the Mayan end date of their calendar. But actually the Sun is at that point on the galactic centre for a number of years around that date, including this year, of course. It's there because of the precession of the equinoxes, which is what creates the phenomenon of the shift of the Sun over 26,000 years. It's moved full circle to return to the point where it was 26,000 years ago. It's there for this whole period of time, but during a time when the Sun is at that point on the midwinter sunrise, this is the only lunar eclipse. And what that means is that we don't just have Earth, Sun and galactic centre in a line, we have Moon, Earth, Sun and galactic centre in a line. Moon, Sun, let's say the Earth is here, this is reaching out to the galactic centre. They're in alignment. This is an extraordinary coincidence, synchronicity, that this happens to be the same year when we have the biggest lineup of planets that we've seen for centuries. And here we see the Grand Cross T-square still in place 6 months down the line, albeit not on the Cardinal cross anymore, but nonetheless still within a tight enough degree of orb to count as a T-square, and we still know that we're close enough to the Aries point for this to be significant. So what we're dealing with here, I think, is 2010 as the portal year, as the year of great chaos and great uncertainty, but also great opportunity. So here we are, moving forward, carrying the energy of the future. Each and every one of us now, in the way that we align ourselves to our own personal truth, in the way that we have the courage of our convictions and that we trust our heart, and that we trust that even if something doesn't make sense now of how it's going to work, it will make sense in the future. We have to align ourselves now to that possibility and to be willing to take whatever steps we need to take in order to move beyond the situations that are holding us back in a place where we're not being authentic, where we're not being true to our hearts. I'm running a number of workshops over the coming months. The next one is going to be on Saturday the 25th of September, and that's in Bath. I'll also be running workshops in Glastonbury and London and possibly in other places as well over the next 4 or 5 months. So keep an eye on the website. If you're not on the mailing list, please join the mailing list and I'll keep you updated with both these video blogs when they're posted and also workshops and so on that come online. You can find details at www.kairosastrology.co.uk. I wish you well. I look forward to working with you perhaps. Thank you for listening.